Alright, welcome back everyone. This is the Happy Toolbox, and this week I'm going to be diving into our brand new model pack release, and that is the Sports Pack. Last month we released our Everyday People Pack 2 that goes with Everyday People Pack 1, but this month we've been hard at work with our Sports Pack, so let's take a look at what is included. It is 45 total models, 15% off this week only. We have everything from a soccer ball all the way to a bench press, treadmill, bleachers, a field goal. So we have a lot of small items that are sometimes hard to model, like a soccer ball, a baseball, golf ball, basketball. Those are very tricky to model, all the way to, like I mentioned, stadium seating, field goals, chain link fences, etc., that you can make a nice sports related scene with, or mix and match with our other packs to create whatever's knocking around in your brain. So let's dive into the pack and take a closer look. So in Cinema 4D, I have loaded up my database. If you don't know how to install databases, I'll link to a video in the description below. But here we have our sports database with all of our models. So I'm just gonna click on one of these. Let's click on the basketball. There it is. I can zoom in. It's really nice. It is sub-D modeled. So if I uncheck my subdivision modifier inside of Cinema 4D, if you're loading this database, you'll see that it is low poly. The FBX files also come with low poly and high res FBX files for you to do this as well if you're using something like Blender. But as you can see, it's really nice geometry. And then if you put the smooth modifier on it, it becomes even better looking. And we have things separated out in here like the skin, so I can turn that off. And then I have these ribs in here as well. And what's really nice about that is I can drop a texture directly on these different items instead of having to build a singular texture. So for instance, if I navigate into one of Cinema 4D's shipping model packs, so in their model section, you can go down to sports items. And here, look, they have a basketball. So you might think, well, there's a basketball in here, there's a football, etc. But if you click on that and load that into your scene, there is a texture applied. But if I delete these textures, all this really is a sphere. So this is great, if you're trying to do something quick and dirty, or like the basketball is going to be really small. But maybe if you want to, get a really close up of this shot, you're going to have to rely heavily on these bump maps they have in here, which can work. But again, it's nice to just have the geometry modeled out. So that is what our sports pack does, as well as all of our other models. So if I click on our soccer ball, same thing here. I'm zoomed way in. As you can see, it's a nice geometry. It's the individual pieces and parts. If I crack this open, it's all these individual panels, which is super nice. You can mess with dynamics with this too. You could have this soccer ball explode, etc. And it's all geometry that's separated out. Another really nice piece of this pack is, I have this soccer ball here, but everything is proportionally scaled. So if I scroll down in my database down to maybe, let's grab a soccer net. I'm going to double click on that. There we go. We have a soccer net and our soccer ball ready to go to build a scene. Maybe I want to do that. I want to duplicate my soccer net, turn it around. Something like that. Non-regulatory size field. Get some bleachers in here. Looks more like a kid's soccer match than a professional one. But as you can see, we can just duplicate these items. A little setup here, nice and fast. I can pull in a chain link fence, put this fence in a cloner object. Change the offset. And we can build something super nice here. So a really easy fence. I'll probably offset this a little bit more so they're inside of one another. But yeah, I just wanted to show you, I can use all of these different pieces and parts to build pretty cool scenes. And then again, mix and match with the rest of our models on thehappytoolbox.com. And then again, all of these models are sub-D modeled, so they're pretty low res. I can turn off all of these subdivision surfaces or import my low res FBX files. The scene is super lightweight without having to do a whole lot. And then again, all of these objects are also UV mapped. So if I grab my chess pieces, for example, these are two nice little chess pieces. This horse model was very annoying to model, so I did it for you. You don't have you don't have to waste your time modeling this thing. That's what I did. But as I mentioned, they're all UV mapped. So let's just say I open this up. I'm going to just really quickly add a checkered surface so you can see what I'm talking about. Make the texture preview size a little higher res so it'll look nicer. And I'm just going to pop this on the chest piece. And there you go. As you can see, this is already UV mapped, so you don't have to do much for your textures. They are totally ready to go to drop whatever textures your heart desires on these things. Again, low res, low poly modeled with sub D modifiers, so it keeps everything super lightweight. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I just wanted to show you really quickly these cool 45 new models. Again, you can get them on happytoolbox.com. This week only 15% off, as I mentioned. And while you're there, also make sure and check out, we just bundled up volume 3, which contains these 4 packs: City Buildings, Everyday People 1 and 2, in case you've been wanting to snag those. And yeah, let us know how you're liking this pack. We'd love to see anything you create with them. And I hope we made your lives a little bit easier. All right, I'll see you next time.